Chaotic Angle here, bringing back to you with another Defiance video featuring a build. Of course, this build would be based around the ability called Overcharge. Now, basically, before I get into anything, let me just show you how, basically, what I have and how the build works and whatnot, and then I'll go into some gameplay and yada 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 later on. But basically, if you don't know what Overcharge does, it increases the damage of any weapon that you're using, pistol, infector, sword, whatever. It increases the damage of it for a short period of time, and also creates a cool ass glow effect. But normally this is usually just used in, well, for me at least, my personal preference, I usually just use it when I'm playing with other people, such as running arc falls or just doing co-op maps or anything of the sort. I will use this in that, and plus when I get when that event is finished, I usually get most damage, or at least in the top 10 radius of the most damage output, because of Overcharge, which is actually a quite fun ability to use. If you haven't tried it out, definitely recommend it. But of course, I would have another build just in case, because this build isn't really based around for soloing or anything like that. It's more of a team comp perspective. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about here the skills that I go for Overcharge. As you can see, I do reduce the recharge time of Overcharge by 9 seconds. Makes sense. While Overcharge is active, you reload faster. Also have that. Then I have increased Overcharge duration, of course, and that is pretty much all you can get for Overcharge itself. So for the rest of it, I just go on a kill, you take less damage 3 seconds, increase your health, you take less damage, then on a kill, extend the duration of your active ego power. This is a very good one to have for any build that you're doing. Very, very nice to have. And then I think for the last two, I went fully reloading a weapon extends the duration of the active ego, and then fully reloading a weapon recharges your ego power. So this basically works vice versa, whether your ego's on or whether it's not, as long as you're fully recharging it. So basically the clip's at 0, and then your next shot you're gonna reload. After that, you'll get the full, you'll get a portion, about 9% duration increase on your ego power, or if you're not using your ego power, you'll get about 15% ego power recharge. So about, if you're using something with a low magazine size or something, fire it off a few times, get it to 0, reload it, and it'll refresh your ego power. I'd say probably like once you empty the clip, maybe 3 or 4 times, it'll refresh it like instantly. So it's actually very, very nice to have. But as for how to go about this when you're first starting out, basically what you can do from here is put everything in the Overcharge. As you can see, this is an Overcharge build, so I'm just going to show you basically how you might want to go about this, doing this. You're going to go this, and then you're going to go down this way, build into this, and then keep going down, and then I'm going to put another point into that. And then of course you're going to put some points into this. You can put, now it's up to you whether you want to put points in it. It unlocks it the same way. You can put it here, then to there, then to there. As long as you get this ability to get this next ability, doesn't really matter. And that is pretty much it for the, actually no, I almost forgot. After that, you can go, I'm trying to think the shortest route for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. This is pretty much the shortest route. So there you go. 23 ego points left to spare. I have about 1227 ego. So it's not a high build. It's just you can probably get maybe around well, to get the full rank out of it, around 1,000 to get all the 9 points in every single slot. But yeah, it's pretty much straightforward for the Overcharge build. That's how you pretty, if you're just focusing on this Overcharge build, that's pretty much how you want to go about doing it. And then focus on something else. Like from here you can focus on decoy, or if you want you can go a totally different route. That is up to you, but nonetheless that is how you can start the Overcharge build if you want to just use Overcharge. But enough about that. Let me look at my weapons here real quick before we go into any combat. I'm using a orange. It does an orange SMG. It does about 196 damage, 15 fire rate, yada yada yada. And then as my secondary, I'm using a VBI Invader. an infector, basically. Doesn't do a lot of damage, just use it for the infect. With the little hell bug things, and they all run around and try to kill the people. It's kind of nice. I only really use it once I run out of ammo with the SMG. So it's really the only time I use it. Stims, I have protection, heal stims, standard stuff. But nonetheless, let's gonna cut the video here. Then I'm gonna jump into some gameplay and show you how well the overcharge actually works, and show you everything, how it works and how it all affects the build and etc. So gonna jump it right now. Okay, so we're at a little, I guess, event thing for whatever the T stands for. I forget, but anyway. It's not important. What's important is that I show you how this gun works. And of course the door's locked. Doesn't matter. Screw doors. I jump over them. Unfortunately there's no one here, but I will still show you guys how the overcharge works, etc. I'm going to proc overcharge right now. Run away. So you know what they do. And I'm on fire because I'm so hot. Oh my gosh. Walk around here. As you can see, I get increased reload speed, increased damage output. I'm doing 450, and I'm getting power kill bonus as well. Oh, okay. Well, they don't like me. They don't like me at all. Alright, we're gonna move over here. My shield's coming back up, and I'll try to show you guys how much damage the gun does without it. Because before it was doing 450 with overcharge. Now it's only doing okay. No enemies still. 346 on crit. 450 without it. 346 with it. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. And walk around here. Yeah, but you can definitely see the damage is severely amplified. And if you can tell, as well, if I do this, I shoot off a few rounds, and then as you see my ammo clip, of course I just reloaded like a stupid freaking spaz, so I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, I'm going to empty my clip a little bit, I'm going to pop overcharge, I'm going to get a full clip again. If you saw that, basically it does an instant reload as well, and as well it gets rid of the what the hell is it called? Oh, he's not nice. You're not a nice person, buddy. Come here. Not a nice person at all. It gets rid of the recoil. That's what I want to say. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't realize there was turrets. Okay. Okay. They're not very nice. Alright. Well, let's wait for the shields to regen. Or get shot some more. Because, you know, I'm such a pro at this. Can I kill that thing? There we go. Don't fire nothing. Oh, jeez. But it gets rid of the recoil as well, which is really, really nice. I need to disable some stuff, which is really, really nice, which I kind of like a lot. It gets rid of the recoil. It makes it easier to hit fire, and it makes it easier just to shoot in general. Overcharge is a really good skill. I just recommend it using it for like arc falls and whatnot, stuff where it really counts, like when you need when you get the stats and whatnot, like stuff like that really counts for the more damage output and everything. I definitely use it around there because it doesn't matter how many kills you get with it, even though kills are nice, and I'm not saying you won't get kills, but once you're in that, it only really matters about how much damage you deal, and that's how basically you'll get up the board and whatnot when you're doing arc falls and everything. I'm not sure if that really gets you much, but I know for one thing, it sure feels hell of a lot good when I get like a really high score in an arcful.
We need some help inside the garage.
But that is up to you whether you actually want to do that. But yeah, overcharge is definitely a really reliable skill. A lot of people use it. And as you can see here, I did take a lot of. Oh, that's a nice skin. I did take a lot of damage, just because I wasn't really with anybody. So there is that. That's the only downfall to overcharge, is that like you have to position yourself better, or else you're gonna take a lot more damage than you actually should. But it's still a pretty good skill. Do I have to defend? I have to defend this. I'm trying to tap it like a spaz because I'm just that good at this game. Alright, so I'm just gonna proc overcharge again. I like the fact that it doesn't reload. Like, you don't need to really reload once you proc it, because it gives you the instant. And on top of that, you get the faster reload as well, which I mentioned. And if I shoot like the full clip, I get the recharge on my eco power as well. So that's something to keep in mind when you have overcharge active. So just let the clip go all the way out, then uses overcharge fast reload speed to get the boost as well. So that's something to keep in mind. And get out of my face, dude! I'm trying to make a video. Jeez, this guy's got like some freaking glowing stuff going on right now. But even with the defense and whatnot, I'm still like, really squishy, so I have to be careful. There's no really estimated time to proc overcharge. It's just like when, well, there kind of is depending on what you're fighting. If you're fighting something like, I'm gonna die. Heal stem, please. Thank you. If you're fighting something like, what the hell? Like robots or something, and like a big robot comes out or something, you might want to save it for him. Or if you're fighting like a boss fight or something, you might want to save overcharge a bit. But if you're clearing out little guys, you really don't need as much. Like if you know something big's coming, save it. But it depends on like if it's coming within the course of like, you know, a few minutes, then use it, because you'll get it back quick. Especially if you have like something with a low magazine size as your secondary. Like I don't know, for instance, like a shotgun with like a 2 mag. Shoot it out a few times, and you'll get your overcharge back very, very quickly. And on every kill as well, you extend the duration of your overcharge. So it's not too bad. There's not a lot of abilities to go with overcharge except for the fast reload. So there's not really much to play around with overcharge per se. But it's still not a bad ability to mess around with, and it's still a very good ability within the ego grid itself. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it with the whole overcharge thing. I don't think there's much to it. I'll show you guys the build one more time. Pretty much this is what I have. You can pause the screen here if you want to check it out. Nothing major, really. It's pretty much standard. The other side, if you can tell with my stealth, that's my stealth build. I'll do a video of that probably in a little bit or something like that, and link it to this one if you would like to check that out. But yeah, definitely feel free to try out Overcharge. It's definitely an ability that I highly recommend. It is fun to use and it's very efficient in team comp gameplay. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the matter of the ability Overcharge. So if you guys like my video, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. It kind of helps me out. And like I said, my name's Kiata Gango, and hope to see you guys real soon. Later.